Greetings and God bless. I wanted to do a video about if somebody has a room for rent or they're doing like a work exchange kind of thing, like they want a housekeeper or they're running a retreat center and they have a space for rent. Or they're doing a work trade. A lot of places I notice they give a vague idea, like it's in Kansas, a suburb of Kansas, or something like that, and then they tell you contact them for more information. Serious inquiries only. Now, first, you need to have a photo of the space the person's going to be living in, of the space the person's going to be using, like the kitchen, the bathroom. It's nice to have a look of what the outside of the house is and to give a landmark. Now, I understand if you're out in the boonies and you're the only house there, you don't want to give coordinates, but if you could say it's near the Walmart or something like that, because people, like, you're not giving, if you don't give people information and then they find that the location doesn't work or the aesthetic of the house doesn't work, it's just wasting your time and it's wasting other people's time. So I would like to suggest give more specifics about your location. Even if you're out in the boonies, there's a gas station that's in your general area that you can tell people it's near this gas station. There's no way somebody's going to find that you have a room for rent if it's in that gas station. I guess, maybe if that gas station attendant is trolling Craigslist, which is very unlikely. Speaking of trolls, something that I notice a lot is there's a lot of human trafficking. There's across the nation, men are posting ads in the housing wanted section, in the rooms and share offer section. Men are trying to find women to pay rent and give them sexual favors. Now, if this was in the personals ad, that's people's decision. But I really think that there's something very unethical about, making this proposal that women who are looking for housing, they're not thinking of it. But because the housing is so limited, men are trafficking women. Men are trying to get women to prostitute themselves and pay for a rental. And these men are like, oh, I want a real relationship. If you want a real relationship, you shouldn't be posting an ad in Craigslist in the housing section for a room for rent. That's not how you get a relationship. That's how you trap a desperate woman. I mean, I have seen so many ads where the guy's like, "Are you desperate?" So anyway, along with having the general area, if you have a room for rent or a work exchange thing that you're doing, giving it the location, showing a picture of what it is that the person will be renting, like the room and the outside of the house. It's also good, that you know what you're looking for in a renter and know things about yourself. Know things about the location, like are there, are there a lot of loud coyotes barking at night, or does the electricity zap you every time you're using a light switch or something like that? So I think it's good to kind of, if the conversation permits, to mention certain things, so people know what they're getting into. What I notice is people don't say anything, and I mean, maybe people are so medicated or so numbed out on life or their drugs, the recreational drugs, that they don't realize that, there's a lot of noise from the machine that's outside the window of the bedroom that's being rented. I mean, that's the interesting thing. It's usually the worst place that nobody wants to live, and they expect somebody else to live, to tolerate it, to ignore it, and pay for it, and then never be home. Like, that's another thing, is people who are renting, they want a ghost. So people don't want anybody to use the kitchen, especially they don't want anybody in the living room. And it seems like a lot of people don't even want somebody in the bedroom. Like they don't even want the person who's renting to be in the room that's being rented. So there's that kind of phenomenon of people who are like, I want you to pay rent, but I don't want you to be here. And so if that's you, just make it clear. I want a ghost roommate. I don't want you here. I just want you to pay rent. And maybe that works for some people. Maybe people are just looking for a place to store their stuff, and yeah. So um, so be clear about that if that's what you're looking for. And I think that's kind of it. Those are my suggestions that will help you if you're trying to find a renter. Just give us information so we can know what's going on. And yeah, I think that's it. So thanks for watching. And if you have other suggestions, either for the person that's looking for a room, or if or for the people who are renting the space, please put it in the comments below. Thank you for watching.